All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the sloppiest game of StarCraft of the last week. This is an absolute poop shoot. This comes from the Team Liquid Star League. So actually, I guess it was about a week and a half or even slightly more ago now, but I can't believe I'd missed this game. I still haven't watched it in its entirety, but I guarantee you, if you were thinking this guy, Dark, and his opponent, Zest, are some of the best pro gamers in the world who play the cleanest, best Darker you've ever seen, well, you'd be right. You'd be right. You could be excused for thinking that. However, this game, it may give evidence that they've been watching the Florencio files or maybe some Boom games or some shit, because this one's messy. So Zest is opened up with a gateway on the low ground and is like, hey, I'm pylon blocking your expand. And Dark's like, oh, I'm just going to take my third base. Zest doesn't fully check it. Is going to go in the main. Please go check. This is 12 pool. You got to scout that early sporting pool, buddy. And he's going to see... Wait, where's the third lava? There it is. Yeah, sees the 12 pool. Okay, so Zest sees the 12 pool and is going to respond with the 2-gate wall off. Good way to play. You've really got to respect this build, especially on this map now. Oh, Dark's going to hatch block him. Oh, he's going to go for it. Yeah, okay, so he's going to hatch block there. He's not going to hatch block the wall off. So you can build Zerglings, Queens there, be annoying. And of course, a very intelligent response. He's like, I could get a Cyber Core, but I just need a cannon to make sure I can shut this down 100%. Now, Dark, though, is only going for 8 Zerglings, and he's already droning at home, the sneaky fucker. So I expect a Queen to start up here now, and him to then go take his natural. Or maybe he's even going to take his natural straight away. Oh, this will be interesting. Dark's building more drones at home for now, so I think he's just going to go straight into an expand pre-queen. And look at that, targeting the gateway. Zealot, 5 probes and 2 gateways and a forge. This is a huge commitment to the defense for Zest. And Dark's kind of tricked him a bit in that Dark's got the expansion up. He's droning behind this. He's going to start a queen vine. It's only 8 Zerglings, guys. This is the lightest commitment to a 12 pool you could do. But the hatchery has convinced him that it's a huge commitment. And it's this kind of weird in between because he is building a hatch, but like, I guess he should just cancel the hatch, I think, because Zest has invested a crazy amount. If he cancels that, gets his gas up at home, takes the third base, Dark is way ahead in this scenario. If he can. Why are you building a queen? What are you doing, Dark? You're ahead. This is the point where you say, it's just a prank, bro. You can't let him macro. Why are you building Zerglings? He has a cannon. 2 zealots and an adept there. Dark takes his lead and immediately flushes it down the toilet and says, I only like playing fair games, dickhead. I'm not some pussy who takes a lead. I'm like, what? What are you doing? Why? Don't you want to win? Thankfully, the hatchery dies before the queen pops out. All the Zerglings and the broodlings manage to damage an adept. So he ties up 500 minerals in opportunity cost as well as spent resources. He's still building Zerglings here. Stop! It's such a waste of money. You could have started these queens miles ago. Okay, so Dark there takes an amazing opening and turns it into a really fucking average opening. I think it's an even game. Maybe he's even still slightly ahead. That Nexus is very delayed. It all comes down to what these adepts can do. So far, he snuck the drone out. He's going to hide it. I like this really nicely. I like this. He's gonna try and get that one down, and he's got a lot of Zerglings, but that's also 3 adepts and 2 zealots, and he's only got 2 queens. He needs more queens. I think the queens need to all get to the front. The adepts cancel the shade. He's just gonna go after the queens potentially. 3 queens together is a bit too much, but Zest is like, okay, let's just force him to build a lot of Zerglings, keep him busy. I've got my Nexus. There's a Stalker that's trying to get the Overlord. Overlord does hide on the Pervert Pillar. Nice cancel on the shade. So you know what? Things are stabilizing now. And Dark's going to be able to drone and get way ahead on the workers in the next little while. But then he's going to have to worry a lot because Zest's tech is way ahead. And Zest, oh, if you get the queen snipe, that would be huge. Oh, Dark greedily turns the queen around. She says, get fucked, turns around, throws a needle, and the zealot takes her down. That was a little too greedy from Dark. Loses a queen for it. Oh, goes for the creep tumor, doesn't quite get it. Actually could have shaded in there. There was nothing in the main, but does back out. Zest is going to go Glaives behind this. So it's a Glaives attack, and Glaives plus Prism will be out pretty early, as will 4 gateways. But I think Zest does need to chrono probes a little bit more, and also, I guess that Nexus will unsupply block. So the thing is, this Glaives is going to hit pretty fast, which is why Dark, right at the point where you'd think, well, he could explode in drones and get disgustingly ahead, has to get gas because hasn't started mining gas at all. Roach Warren as well, which I would argue is a bit earlier than necessary because even when that Roach Warren finishes, you're going to have almost no gas ready. There's no point really having the Roach Warren until you've got at least 125 gas to build, say, 5 roaches initially, whereas he's just starting to mine gas now. So Dark here mistiming things a little bit, but Zest is like, all right, Glaive Adepts, I'm going to go DTs by that. Super committed to the 2-base aggression. Does need to chrono these probes, I think, though, because Zest is not even building probes non-stop. Is stopping at 30 probes and not building them 2 at a time. The Adepts are over here, but it's only 5 of them for now. Needs to do a big warp in of those Adepts. He's going to try and warp in some more. There's slow Zerglings versus Glaive Adepts. Dude, Dark is pretty fucked. If he doesn't get those roaches out right now, slow Zerglings don't... Speed Zerglings don't beat Glaive Adepts. Not when there's 9 of them. Slow Zerglings versus Glaive Adepts on the other hand? That's... my opponent has 12 Hellbats. What should I make? Slow Zerglings. It's that level of like, no, you do not want to be here right now. Dark. Oh, that's not the best shade because it only threatens one area. So Zest is taking his time on this. There's no 3rd base or anything. He's got to hurry up. He's got to do this before the roach count grows. I mean, there's only 6 roaches and that's still a lot of slow Zerglings. Zest, but he's only threatening 1 base. I hate this attack angle. The whole point is you're meant to attack from there, and then you can threaten 2 mineral lines at once. As it is, though, he commits in. The slow Zerglings don't want none of that. They're like, no! Oh, he clicks on the Spore Crawler. That's a bit of a tell, but does Dark... Yeah, Dark's moving a Spore over. He immediately knows what Zest is up to. The slow Zerglings actually get a decent little surround there, and they kill an Adept. Because that's all slow Zerglings can do to Adepts. The DTs go in, that Spore's trying to build over there. He knows, but he doesn't have the detection to deal with it. These Adepts are doing a crazy amount of damage. There's more DTs coming in. That base should be going down. Oh, he lures him towards the Spore. Zest, watch out. Okay. Oh my god, he's actually going to keep the 3rd base alive. Meanwhile, the Adepts have killed 9 more workers and even more where that comes from. Oh my god, Dark is so dead. He's down to 25 workers. Oh my god, the Queens. Actually, he's got a lot of Queens and Roaches, so he should be able to shut this down. It's not over yet, though. The DTs are going to dive in the main. That's another dead Spore, isn't it? The drones are trying to body block. The transfuses are going down. Oh my god, but you can't fight with the drones. You're already so low at 23 workers. Dark is so effed. Thankfully for him, Zest has a Zest bank. He has not been probing, so he doesn't have enough to put on the gases yet. He's only on 39, doesn't have a 3rd start. He's going to move out and try and take it now. And there's going to be Archons. So he's going to go for an Archon plus a single DT harass follow-up. Not a bad idea. Dark has 27 drones, is only mining minerals while he tries to recover and rebuild his economy. But he's got a good safety force. He's got 5 Queens, 5 Roaches, 4 Ravagers, 10 Zerglings. Ling speed's finally done. Don't want to be losing any units though. But he should be able to defend this pretty well for the next few minutes. So Dark can actually just drone, survive. The 3rd's on the way. Zest is still not building probes or even finishing saturating his natural. What do you... I get your Micro and your Archons, but you're the best or 2nd best Protoss in the world. Could you maybe build probes at some... No, he's like, I'm going to make 5 more gateways and keep making Adepts. But you've seen he's got Roach Ravager Queen. We're past the Adept stage, Zest. Adept's not the unit anymore. Not the unit to be building. Now he starts charge, realizing Adepts aren't good units against Roaches and Queens. What are you doing? Why aren't you building probes and why are you massing Adepts on 2 base? I don't understand. Zest is doing his hardest to say, I also don't believe in leads, Dark. How? I know you were out at the start, but then you decided to let your hatchery finish and build a bunch of units that I could kill for free. So now while I have absolute map control, will not build an economic advantage or the correct units. I will only make Adepts into Archon Zealot on 44 probes. I mean, this could work, but why are you going all in against a dude who's just sitting there making Roach Ravage? I mean, he's made a lot of drones. Dark's got a huge economic advantage now, 65 workers to 44. From 23 probes versus 23 drones versus 39 probes, what have we seen? We've seen Dark's built 40 workers and Zest's built fucking 8. Okay, all right, he's going to do a charge all in, charge Archon. I mean, if he can kill Dark here, it's okay. I can't criticize it. That's a big if. Okay, Dark's going to walk some Roaches into the army because apparently his rally point's up there. I don't know. What are these guys doing? Why is there no Roach speed started? That's the most important upgrade for this army, and Dark's completely forgotten it. What are they? They're both shitting their pants right now. We're watching one kid shit the bed, and the other one's like, I could shit it even more. They're not even embarrassed. They're both absolutely... I mean, I think Zest is realizing he can't push through that choke with Charge Archon. What's it? This is absolute madness. The Archon dropping them. Okay, this now becomes a very scary attack for Dark. Yeah, Zest is going to push through. He's going to do big damage. A lot of the Roaches have to come up to defend the main. The spawning pool's going to go down. This army at the top just threatening, keeping a lot of army up here, but he doesn't actually kill the drones yet. A lot of the Zealot Archon's kind of stuck behind the mineral line. It really should have gone after those drones. I mean, killing the spawning pool is really good because it stops your opponent from building Zerglings, the unit which they weren't planning to build any of anyway. Oh, that's a lot more Zealots down there. The fight up there, one Zealot in the mineral line has been shift-clicked on the drones. He's going ham, but most of the attack in the north got out. The Roach Warrior goes down before Roach Speed can finish. It's a shit show. Is a lair gonna go down? There's 3 Archons up here that are so valuable. Zest doesn't want to lose them, but he also wants to not just allow Dark to focus on one area. He gets the frigging lair. Now it's Archon versus Queen. But there's an Archon of Ravagers and Queens to deal with the Archons. You know what I'm saying? There's a Bridal Arch. I don't fucking know. He's dropping there. He's running these Archons home. Zest has not built a probe in fucking 8 minutes in this game. But Dark's back on 2 base. But Dark's got a giant Roach army. But wait, the Roaches don't have Roach speed. And guess what? Killing the spawning pool seemed useless. But because he killed the Roach Warren, he can't rebuild his Roach Warren until the spawning pool's finished rebuilding. So Dark is like, I have 1,000 Roaches that are very unfit and can't run very fast. They have no cardio, so I don't really want to go off creep. Just like, well, I'm only making Zealots. I'll make 1 Immortal at a time also now. And 5 more probes, but that's all. Okay. You guys are fucking drunk. This is an awesome game. This is great. This is fun StarCraft. I like it. I mean, my games can best be described on the ladder as 2 monkeys throwing poo at each other and seeing what sticks. So it's a little vindicating when I see some of the best in the world kind of stoop to not quite my level, but you know, it's their version of my sort of StarCraft. They'd still kick the shit out of me with this sort of play. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's nice. It makes me feel a little justified. I honestly don't know who's winning, guys. Roach speed starting up again. This time, maybe it'll finish at 12 minutes and 35 in the game. +1 range is there. 65 drones going to a 4th base. The main is rebuilt. It's a double Immortal drop this time. So once again, Zealot Archon, but he's got Force Field, so you can't go through the choke or you'll get trapped. Double Immortal plus Zealot Warp in. Oh my god. Oh, no, he's not gonna Zealot Warp in. He took a bit too long and now he's afraid of the Queens. Here we go. Oh, the Force Fields aren't really able to do much. Biles do get a bit of the Archons. Notice he moves the Roaches out of the way of the Ravagers so that they could slide out of harm's way. Losing Roaches you don't care about. Losing the other units you do. He says, fuck you, Spore Crawler. Hits it for a second with his Roaches and Lings before deciding not to. The Immortals drop and kill the 4th base attempt. Meanwhile, behind this, Zest says, I have 1,800 minerals. Quick, let's make Blink and start making Stalkers. Wait, he's thinking about taking a 4th base. Oh, heck yes. Zest gonna try and spend his money. Dark, massively supply blocked on 170 supply. Also gonna think about getting unsupply blocked by building 7 Overlords. Shit's running around rampant, stuff's going ham. Is he on just Archons? That's what this army is basically. As the game goes on, he's like, just Archons. That's all I want. It's just 1 billion Archons. I mean, if you trap these units up against the Archons will slay them. But if you just run one directionally into this, the Biles, the Ravagers, they'll just kite you down. They'll just knock you down. They've got the range advantage on you, so it really depends how the fight goes. Now, that's plenty of Roaches to deal with an Immortal drop. Unfortunately, you can't take a base because the Immortal drop will kill it. So Dark's stuck on a very low base count. He's got a lot of Roach Ravager. A few Roaches get trapped. I mean, that was a... I like the way Zest's asserting dominance on this map. Takes the Queen out over there. He's got a 4th up as well. Who needs to spend your money when you can just fucking micro like a god, man? That's the way to do it. He's got +1 attack, +1 armor, +2 on the way, up against +2 range. And lots of Roach Hydra. Okay, so the thing is, when you play against this style from Zest, maxing out on Roach Ravager Hydra is great. If you can add like 5 Lurkers versus that, it just dies. But as it is, you got to be careful. You've got the range advantage, so you're actually in the rare situation where the Protoss is much more melee and short range oriented. So you want to be the one who fights in choke points where possible. You want to stutter set where possible. You want to do all that sort of stuff. The opponent wants to surround and fight in the open, which is why Dark keeps retreating. Those Hydras don't have upgrades. Dark, your Hydras don't have any upgrades. What are you doing going out there, buddy? That's where he wants you to go. He says, come over here, come put your ear up to this hole in the toilet urinal, scary movie style, and then just plunges a knife in. You don't want to be chasing on the map with these Hydras. They finally got the range upgrade, but they still don't have movement speed, so Dark's got to be real careful. The Blink Stalker's the more mobile. I mean, I love that Zest is zerging Dark right now. He's like running around, acting all scary. Dark's running the clump of technical units around in a ball. Like, Jesus. Okay. Actually, it was a penis in Scary Movie, wasn't it? It wasn't a knife. Anyways, Stalker's getting caught on the bottom. These Stalker's going to kite it out a little bit. I'm getting my movies confused. That was Scream with the knife. Anyways, these players are probably screaming internally at how messy this game is. Nobody's in control right now. That's a lot of Hydras, dude. Muscular Augments is done in 20 seconds. Like I said, he's got to be really careful before that upgrade's done because he just cannot maneuver. And look at the spready. If you get enough Zealot Archon spread, like, they're very good units. They've got 2-1 upgrades. The Ravager's kiting really well north. Those Archons get wrecked. A few of the Archons go down to the Hydras there. This is looking good for Dark. Is he finally going to be able to capitalize on this? Oh, man, there's no shield batteries or nothing like that. And these units are stuck. Only a few fighting at a time. Zest getting caught in a bad position. Has he finally done it with a Maxa Roach Hydra? 17 minutes into this game. I think he might be able to take Zest out here. Oh, Dark pushing forward. Lots more Roaches rallying across. Remember, Dark's only on 58 drones. He has not transferred out of his bases. They're all in the red. He's finally tried to send some workers over to that fourth. Disruptor's on the way. Was he taking too long? Disruptor's on the way. The big ball is the counter to this army, and there's no tech progression for Dark. No Lurkiden, no infestation for Vipers, and there's that base up there mining, that fourth base, so Zest actually has been mining more, even though the last few minutes I think have been more efficient for Dark, getting it back in an okay spot for him. Oh, Disruptor's coming. Oh, he's going to load the ball. He's going to watch out for the ball. The Immortal's there. Oh, the ball. The ball is the word. The ball. The ball is the word. The ball is the word. Holy shit! They just killed everything! The Stalker's blink forward. The Archons are trapped in a Stalker cage of emotion on the left side. They aren't doing a fucking single thing. The Archons are doing nothing, but I think with that Disruptor shot, just the units coming in from all sides, Dark gets squished and compressed. And I feel like Zest just ate Dark's army up and shut out diamonds right there because he was up against the wall. It was not looking good for Zest. But dude, that's a lot of dead Zerg, and he's chasing him down as well. Now, the Biles do push Zest back momentarily. I don't think it's necessarily over for Dark, but he's just taken so long to get to that next step. The Lurkiden only now is almost finished. And it's 2-1 upgrades versus 2-1 right now. They're tied up in that regard. If you can get a big enough arc, like, you will beat Archon Stalker. But, oh, the Zealot run by on the left. I mean, I really thought Dark had turned this around and got it back in his control. But now the Zealots come in. They snipe a base on the left side. The Roach Hydra is going to jump on these units on the right. Disruptors. Balls in the grass! Balls in the grass! Gotta watch out. That's a sight blocker. So if you try to chase him into that grass, you're going to have a big ball just fly out, you know? It's like, I imagine if you're going to one of those, like, weird, like, stores that sells like candles and fucking magic stones and shit, and they've got those bead doors that you got to push through, but then as you're about to push through it, just like a literal fucking sack comes out and slaps you in the face. That's essentially what these can do. Hold fire, lurkers! He shows them at the last moment. Hold fire, lurker ambush. Fucking wrecks a lot of that army. All the Stalkers in the red, all the Archons are low. Did he just hold fire those folks? Dude, he did so much damage, but he didn't quite kill many of the units. Nonetheless, a sick maneuver from Dark. That is a rare Pokemon right there, the hold position Lurker. But it does damage. 7 more on the way. Hive on the way. It's not over. I actually don't know. I know who wins this series. I have no idea who wins this game. And I'm not even telling you guys the score. I don't even know what the score was at this point. I think I know. I'm not sure. I didn't check because I knew just this one game was such a fucking gem in a cheesy ass series of ridiculousness. If you guys want to go learn Zerg All-Ins, go watch this series because it was just Dark All-Inning Zest the entire time. This is, of course, the TSL 7 Dark vs. Zest. lower round 4 or some shit like that. I don't know what the exact time is. Zest is going to take 2 bases because he's floating thousands of minerals and doesn't know what to do with it. He's got the gas up on the 4th base, so he's thinking about an air swap. He's going prism speed, air upgrades, and stargates right now. Oh, watch out for the ball. So what do we got? Zealot drop in the main, Zealot drop on the bottom, or Zealot run by, I should say. And the choke points on this map, very frightening. Oh, this is a problem. I mean, that base is not the most important. Ooh, he's going through the choke point. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Does get a disruptor shot on the lurker, damaging it, but a lot of these units need to go back up to clean up the main. 7 workers go down. A nice couple of snipes there for Zest. The Zealot's gonna slowly get cleaned up, man. Those armor upgrade, even just the 1 armor upgrade, really does increase their survivability. Gonna recall all of those Zealots. Dark, a little slow to hunt them down. Vipers could abduct the disruptors. So if you can abduct the disruptors, lurkers wreck Archons. And I pointed that out earlier. And there's no more disruptors building. It's just Archon Zealot. Zest is the only guy who sees his opponent going lurkers and is like, yeah, don't need more disruptors. I think I just need more Archons and Zealots, the units that they counter. I'm like, are you just insane? Like, honestly, Zest, just riddle me this. What? Why? Why are you not making more disruptors? They're like the one unit that's kept you in this game. He's like, yeah, I have 1. That's all. I don't need more. It's cool. He's just going to try and go carriers now. I mean, that could win him the game, don't get me wrong, especially if you've got this big meaty army. You go, hey, guess what? I got Mass Archon Zealot. Dark's going to make a crazy lurk account. And you're like, huh, surprise carriers. Like, I think that's actually Zest's plan right now, is like, make him over-counter the basic units with lurkers and roaches, and then he won't have enough hydras, and like, I'll come out with 6 carriers and win the game. Oh, what a shit show. This is great. So lurker, spore, spine, spread. Dark's economy really sucks right now. He does chase that prism off the left side though, which is good. Doesn't have any lurkers up here though, not many. Starting to move a few lurkers up here. Zealot run by will come in, I guess, but there's 3 lurkers ready, so they'll actually do pretty okay. You might lose a bunch of drones in the hatchery, like just 2 or 3 lurkers won't defend that many Zealots that quickly. But if he can pull him out of position, and then he's got the storm, the disruptor shots. He did build a second disruptor, 2 balls, a full pair, a full set for Zest. More cannon battery over on the right. He's got that base up. Not really mining from it yet, though. And the lurkers... Oh, they bugged out, I think. I didn't see the spines appear there. Sometimes lurkers screw up shooting across gaps. There's certain spots on maps where they will bug out. It shows them attacking, but they won't do damage on the other side. It's very rare. Occasionally a map has that. Ooh. Ooh. Yoinky yoink. Yoinky yoinky yoink. Gonna grab some Archons. Oh, and even a High Templar. That's very good of Darks, because you can just suck that energy off those hatcheries again and go for it. 5 more lurkers. He's only got 4 hydras. Oh my god, there's 3 carriers about to show themselves. He's made everything into lurkers. He's going to 26 lurkers right now. The roaches, some lings go for a run by, they get cleaned up. Roaches are going to pull back to the lurkers on the left. You need to build nothing but hydras right now, Dark. He's going to try and make infestors. He's got pathogen glands. For those who don't know, I've seen Dark. I mean, we've all seen Dark beat capital ships with nothing but Neuroparasite and Ravages. I've also seen him kill Zest carriers on the regular with just Corrosive Bile. Like, it has happened more times than Zest ever wants to admit. Like, if Zest ever goes through the fucking photo album of his StarCraft life, he's gonna keep seeing photos of his carriers dying to Dark's Corrosive Bile when they really shouldn't. And he's gonna be like, skip the page, that didn't happen. It's happened 100 times at this point in Zest. I know he's triggered, because, you know, by that history that he has of losing games when he has Skytoss to just Ravages. And I'm like, can you not, Zest? you really should be able to beat the units that don't shoot up with your units that do the fly. Spore Lurker on the south, though. I can't believe this game's still going. I mean, Dark's max. He's going to have to kill some of his roaches. And I think he should really try to do some more Lurker harass as well. Which it looks like he's going to try and attack the bottom right. I keep thinking this game's about to end. I've got to settle in for the long haul. I don't think this game's ever going to end. I'm going to have a fucking sippy sip of my water. Oh, here we go. Ooh, oh. Oh, a couple of the ducks would have been so good there. A lot of the interceptors are going down. Keep your eye on that interceptor count because that resembles the actual damage output of the carriers. And the way Dark's dealing with it, he's trying to lower that interceptor count from afar. Now the Roach Hydra goes up the left and they all get wrecked by that mass of Zealots that's doing a great job of controlling. There's a few spores here and lurkers that should actually make this hard for Zest to push in. Yeah, a few spores will go down. Oh, Zealot's going to run on in there. Oh, they're going to take a lot of damage. Meanwhile, though, Hydras do take that base out. They need to get the frick out of dodge, though. And these Zealots are like, ha! I'll kill your hive and your tech! Oh, I killed that like 3 times already in the last 15 minutes. Did he just... Oh, he recalled using his control group, and it accidentally used that Nexus, and then it died the moment the recall started, so it got cancelled. There is so much silly shit stacked in this game. I chose this game because I glimpsed through it and went, well, this game looks really silly. But I keep being surprised by how much just random low percent dumb shit keeps happening. It's fantastic. Like, how often does that happen? You just select your Nexus control. You're like, what, 7 Nexi on them? Yeah, it was 6 of them. And it happens to select the one over there at the base that's dying. Like, what is the chance, man? Oh, that Archon gets out of there with 0 hit points. 0 shields, 10 hit points. 1 Ravager's over here. Dark's going to try to secure that expansion. Dark does not have a lot of bank to work with, so he's kind of stuck on this composition. He's going to be using Infestors for Microbial Shroud. So he's going to go, basically, you have to stay heavy Lurker here as Dark. And the reason for that is you need to make sure Disruptors and High Templar get nowhere effing near your clump of Hydras. Because if they do, you just lose them. Because you need to keep your Hydras clumped up in Microbial Shroud to fight the carriers. But that means they're going to be very exposed to Storm and Disruptors. It's only 1 Disruptor still. Oh, this is wild. I think this area is so entrenched. As Dark, I would actually try to push up here, take that base, maybe? Actually, I guess focus this base maybe and deny it. Oh, the recall attack. Zest's favorite late game maneuver. Whenever it gets to a stalemate, Zest always threatens one side, recalls the other side with Mama. Microbial Shroud goes down on the spores. He's going to need another one on the left side potentially. Those carriers are not doing a lot. Oh, a Darks gets a Mama. I don't think he killed any carriers though. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. He still hasn't killed any carriers. He kills some interceptors, gets some of these units, some lurkers come forward, but they're not quite able to kill those High Templar. Watch out for the Psy Storms! Vipers need to get more abducts. He's not able to really punish this unless he can kill the carriers. Oh, those Psy Storms are so good. Yeah, he's hungry and horny to do it, but he's not quite able to... Oh, too many Hydras bleeding out. See, Dark's desperate to punish Zest for that maneuver, but he ends up throwing away a lot of Hydras for it, and not a single carrier has died this game. So I think overall good trades for Zest, probably. Zest has 1,600 gas there, and 2,400 gas there. So he's still got 4,000 more gas, 4,300 more gas to mine. And he's making even more carriers right now. So I think without Corruptors, maybe this just gets to a number of carriers where you just cannot deal with it, even with Microbial Shroud. For those who don't know, Microbial Shroud is the Infestor spell, which there's 8 of right now. And it reduces air to ground damage by 50% in the area. It's a pretty big area, as you can see. It's the kind of orange smoke graphic. But there might be so many carriers they just beat the Hydras anyway. Because there's not going to be a big pack of Queens or anything, remember. So 24 Hydras seems like a lot, but when there's only 2 Hydras for every carrier, they have a shit ton of interceptors to kill. Now that being said, it is +3/+1 air with 2/2 coming on for the armor upgrades. Oh, losing lurkers up there. Oh, he gets 4 infestors and all the lurkers. Oh no. Oh my god, all the lurkers are gone. And then the Storm gets in range. I told you cannot let Storm get in range of that. Now he loses all of his splash damage, but he's killed a lot of lurkers, a lot of Hydras and spellcasters. Oh, Zest. That was the money is what that was. Yeah, that's why you need to have those lurkers like just insta-gib the High Templar when they get anywhere near you. Otherwise, you take too much damage. And this absolute shit show of a game. This might be the first time we ever see Beckett get fully mined out. Games on this map aren't meant to go that long, and they almost never do. I mean, this game has been both guys trying to kill each other for 30 minutes straight, and they keep failing, and they don't want to play a long game, but they're like, I guess I have to. I can't kill you. I have to go to the next step. Zealots there not pathing very well. Tempests are on the way now. So if you're ever a Protoss player who's got a good army and you'd like to make it bad, guys, remember you should add Tempests, because they really just allow you to excel as a player who, you know, just wants to add a little. It's kind of like just having that guy, you know, you invite him onto the team just because he's funny. He can't kick the ball for shit. He's really useless. He's a little fat. I don't know. He can't run fast. He doesn't know the fucking rules, but he makes you all laugh and everyone likes him, so he still gets picked like third for the team, even though he should be picked last by his skill level. You know, that's essentially what the Tempest. They're like, I'm here. I do helping things. And you guys want helping things? And you're like, no, you guys contribute fucking nothing. You just waste supply. And they're like, we can kill spore crawlers from far away. Disruptors do that too. They're like, oh yeah, they do a better job of that than us, don't they? Yep. But still, we're fun because we're Tempests. No, you guys are not. You guys are, nope. You fucking useless unit. You're so expensive. You're so fragile. If he builds 4, I'll give it to him. If he builds 4, it's a good unit to poke at your opponent. However, he should make Tectonic Destabilizers, the upgrades, so they do more damage to buildings, so he can pick off spores with them. They're not terrible for picking off Vipers from afar, that sort of thing. They're just not great for it, and most players, even the best controlling players, tend to just lose them. I still miss my old school Tempest that could shoot from 2 screens away. Oh, they were so lovely. Does anyone remember that? You just like there with like 8 Tempests, you just tag them with your Oracle. Oracle Revelation lasted a fucking minute. You just like, kill a unit, pull back. Kill a unit, pull back. Chat says, remember when they were Ferraris? So for those who don't know, Tempests were so fast. They were so fast. When they first made them a bit cheaper, a little bit easier to kill, a little bit less damage, they're like, well, we'll make them more mobile. Oh! He stole the High Templar. He was going to feed back and storm the army, but it got killed before it could go down. Oh, Dark is one of the best at doing the why are you hitting yourself maneuvers. I don't know if he'll be able to pull it off in this game, though, because Zest has been pretty on point with those revelations. But yeah, Dark loves to grab those units and just, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Tempest air to range is still very far. It's 14. I think it used to be 18. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be missing. I think it was 18. People are probably like, no, it was 15. It's still pretty far. It used to be 18. Now it's only 10 to ground. It used to be like the same air and ground, I believe, which is crazy. Tectonic Destabilizers is on the way. Both players are here in a holding pattern. Dark is like, well, I get this base. And Zest is like, well, I get this base. Zest is gonna prioritize moving the workers. Ooh. Storm drop, bitches! He says, hey, you dirty Zergs look like you need a bath. He's gonna even storm the Hydras, because hey, why not? Nope. Bad micro from Zest. Didn't pick up 2 of them. He could have done a bit more. Damages some Hydras, kills 2 drones. It is what it is. Transfers probes up here. Barely passed. If there was lurkers there, they would have killed them all. But that's okay. 48 probes versus 46 drones. Neither player really banking much. Now notice that Dark is trying to send the Changelings, because if he can get vision of this army without Zest realizing, then he can come in from the angle and abduct. Right now, this angle is the correct angle. If he comes around the right, he can do it. Now it's kind of the left, while Zest is here. He's looking for those abducts. Oh, dude. He just doesn't want to get all his spellcasters feedback. Lurker Harass, kind of cute, but Cannon plus DT, easy hold. 44 Hydras. There's only 10 lurkers. Now remember I said you need to actually have oversupply of lurkers to make sure you instantly kill the High Templar and Disruptors. Right now there's 10 on the map and there's only 5 on the left and 5 on the right. You need more. There's 5 High Templar. I know sometimes Zest goes light on the High Templar, but if Zest storms land, I don't care how many Hydras you have, they're going to disappear. Hydras only have 90 hit points. They die very, very easily to Psystorm. Now, it looks like Dark is maybe going to run in and kill that base, deny a bit of the gas mining and minerals there. There's not much gas left. And if he does that, doesn't Zest just counter push him? Oh, Zest is pulling to respond. He wants to trap this army. Kill the Nexus and leave. Maybe split 1 or 2 Hydras to kill probes if you want, but get out of there. Dark. Yeah, not a bad snipe. Denies a bit of the mining, kills some cannons, gets rid of some control so we can push through that area later. This game's kind of settled down into a try-hard macro game, guys. Where's the clown shit? Come on, bring the clown shit back, guys. Zest and Dark, like, this is a really important tournament game for thousands of dollars, Big. We'd kind of like to win. I'm like, oh, abduct. If you can get that Oracle, that's very important because he only keeps 1. Zest stays very light on the vision. Same with Observers, even abducting those is good. Oh, Zest is pushing in between the bases. Oh, if you can force him into you. Okay, that's a nice one. But look out, the Lurker's a bit exposed. There's only 1 Lurker up to the left, so he's going to clear those spores. Oh, Dark's trying to get the Lurkers on top of the High Templar Disruptor, but dude, oh my god, he's losing them. Dude, he's only got 10 Lurkers. He's lost a few. He'd made a few extra apparently, but... God, no, Dark. Abducts are the only... Don't chase into that, buddy. I mean, he's fungling the High Templar is kind of nice. Oh, he's gonna get some of them, but now he's losing a few of these Infestors. Abducts. Okay, he's getting it. Carriers. Mama. He gets Mama. If he gets Mama, that could be game winning. Where's the Storm? There's still Storm coming in, but he's stutter stepping back. The Storms aren't able to land. Dark. He's doing this so well. He's actually microing it back. He's got to keep fighting, though. His Vipers are out of energy, so he's kind of afraid. He's got to fungal these Interceptors, and those High Templar are full on energy, and there's no counter. If he can get a few more fungals on those High Templar, a bunch of those are maxed on energy. The feedbacks land, though. The High Templar are still there, and the Hydras. Oh, no. Well, people have heard about the, Rebel without a cause. This is Hydralisks without storm protection, but all the High Templar ran into those Lurkers and died, so it's actually okay. It's just Hydras versus Carriers. The Carriers don't have Interceptors. The Carriers are out of Interceptors right now. They've got very little firepower. This is a way better Protoss army than Zerg army, but it's empty on Interceptors. Zest is like, don't worry, trust me, it's not normally like this. Just give me a minute, honey. Just give me a minute. I'll be ready in 15 minutes. Trust me, I can go again. Don't worry, it's not normally that quick. Dark's like, go now. Go now. I need to kill them before they refill. I gotta go. As I said, you gotta force him into you when he's not ready. Okay, that's getting graphic. Ooh, as the dust settles and those Interceptors rebuild, that's a problem for Dark because Dark lost most of his fancy units. He's rebuilding 3 Infestors with his last gas. He's only got 2 Vipers. Can't really afford to rebuild Lurkers right now. And this is where, Zest is going to use his Zealots really well. And as those Interceptors refill, they become very ready to go again. Oh, this is such a sick game. Oh no, you can't afford to lose Infestors right now. And Zest, oh, look at this. Zest is going to get in between his rallies. No, the Infestors are getting caught. They were so, no, he needs the Microbial. Oh no, Zest's all up in his business. I think Dark's like, fuck this, I got a base trade. He realizes this is a real bad position to be in. He's gonna catch an Immortal, a Rando Calrissian the Immortal wandering across the map. Like, why are you even in this game? He's like, oh, do bonus damage Lurkers. You're like, what? Oh, the bonus damage Lurkers. Really? You think you're gonna be useful in this map? All right. Fucking random. A random ass bitch, man. Oh no, there's no Overseer and a DT's stabbing. DT's getting stabby. Oh, it's bath time, bitch, shouts Zest for the 27th time in this map. He's trying to focus down High Templar with a Hydra spready. Dark is trying so hard to hang on, but the feedback's the focus fire. Oh, and that is just too much Protoss. Zest comes in and says, I am the master of the shit show. I am the lord of the loo. I am here to flush your destiny out of this tournament. And just like that, Dark goes spiraling down, fucking in the whatever the reverse direction is to you guys have the toilet flush in America, because Korea's basically Australia, and they're my boys. Fucking Zest wins the shit show. He flushes Dark out of that game after 38 minutes of absolute fucking shit show madness. And I still can't believe it started with Dark having the best opening of all time into fucking overcommitting for no reason. Throws the advantage back to Zest. Zest throws the advantage back to him. What a shit show. I love it. Thank you very much, Zest and Dark, for playing that game.